Congratulations on the best movie I've seen all year.
Oh, that's a big thing. Thank you very
much.
much.
And I couldn't imagine anybody ever being in your part.
I'm trying to see what type of entrance he'll make. But see, he's playing it cool. You don't want to take away from your girl. So you tell your girl, you go ahead. I'll probably go around the back where I meet you inside. That way it doesn't overshadow her. That's smart. I have cats and dogs at home, and I know I'm not doing that. The number 2 thing is increased strength. I'm a lot stronger than I was when I was eating meat. And I found...
Poppy, I wrote a song, and I say, yeah, go ahead, of course. You know, I love my kids love music. And he's saying, when you go low and I get high, boom, dun, dun, dun. I said, like, dude, this is really, that's like, that feels really good.
You know, I don't know if you know, that's like maybe the first special ever like this done in that studio. And, you know, Lorne Michaels was the producer, and it was all the SNL crew and the writers and everything. And
he's the greatest.
Man, he's the greatest. Because it's the most I've slept. in like a month and a half.
Break.
But you hear that all the time, but it really was a cool cast. In the height of COVID, it was pretty wild. LA was the center of the world at that moment of the most COVID. This was shot during the height of the pandemic, which was a great cast. What I like about this movie is it's a very audiences have seen it with big audiences. It's very immersive because it's very tense.
To keep a franchise going, we just had to freshen everything up in terms of redesigning all the characters, creating new characters, creating where the...
Yeah, it's a DeLorean that this friend of mine who's a mad scientist converts into a time machine, and I get kind of trapped in it. It takes me back to the 50s, and
Yeah, I was surprised. Well, I expected the film to do well, and when I say do well, I mean, you know, make a profit or whatever would satisfy the studios because of the people associated with it, Steven and whatnot.
Big numbers, and Meredith is pregnant.
That was the idea of it. It was basically to show how 2 people who are basically losers could change each other to winners. That's really what that story is about in a nutshell.
People are going to be disappointed. But they're not really. What happened was in the story, I have a medical exam and I get older and I go to the doctor for the results. And he says, there is absolutely nothing wrong with you.
Oh, he's fabulous, yeah. Oh, yeah, he understands actors completely. And you have to remember, he wrote...
in this character and how he functioned. And so, to be honest, there was a lot of adjusting, but a lot of that came from John, because I think John saw the big picture and saw how he wanted everything to fit into everything else. So I just pretty much, I mean, these guys are so good.
I've played a journalist 3 times. I read a lot of newspapers. I watch a lot of news.
I connected with him more than I thought I ever thought I would, honestly, on an acting level and on a personal level as well. He's a legend.
Jonah Hill sitting across from me, he's a good buddy of mine, so we had a blast.
Yeah?
Laughs all night.
Sure.
Chadwick Boseman.
Sure.
Was that there?
Wow.
Who else we had? Yeah. We had Tiffany Haddish.
It's a very layered film with, you know, a nuanced relationship, a love story, a little bit of revenge, action. It'll make.
And have a paintball shootout in the town, which was brilliant. And we used the saloon as HQ.
Yeah. There's an old-timey saloon in there?
Yeah, they have real alcohol in there.
And then trying to get inside the mind of the character, the psyche, and Justin was a great help for that. And the idea that he was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder was a great... I have been here since I filmed. I was here actually not so long ago, about, what month are we now?
Well, they wasn't around. You know, I was doing a lot of things without them there. But later they were drawn in, and it was a little bit easier.
I got one thing to say.
Yeah, what's that?
I see Adidas shoes.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, now we can't talk about this because the last time we started talking about shoes, there was a huge deal, and they had to run up to the legal department and wake up the attorneys.
Things would have been a little bit different, but I kind of got into golf mainly because, from a competitive standpoint, to me, it is the hardest game to play.
Yeah, we weren't wealthy, but we weren't poor. If she hit me, I would hit her back, which was terrible. And I would run around the house and hide.
That is so stupid. That's the most ridiculous, horrifying story I've ever heard. It's crazy. I mean, why? Number one, it's my face as a child in the commercial. Me when I was little.
Because after working on it so long, it's so much work. A lot of people, they're used to it.